Hi, this is Jonathan. Welcome back to my nursery. Here we are beside the changing table, and we know what that means. We're going to be talking about diapers. Today we're going to be looking at these, and these are DIY, do-it-yourself diapers. And we've seen these more and more become available from YouTube retailers and some others that are producing these diapers. And it's been a number of years ago online on social media. There was an individual, I don't even remember whose name it was or whose account it was, but they went step by step on how to make these. And there's been a couple of those DIY videos over the years, and I picked up that idea and made some of them. So we'll take a look at what we can do to make these ourselves if you don't want to order them through a company. So these ones are made from a Huggies diaper, and they're a cloth-backed diaper. And if we open it up, we'll see how these were made. Now, these ones are made with a single diaper, a single baby diaper over a single adult diaper. And the idea is to actually use two baby diapers over a single adult diaper, and that's what we'll be going through on this DIY and show you exactly step by step how we do that. These are some that I made a while back, and as I mentioned, it's just got the single one. So what happened with this one is you can see the adult diapers underneath, and then you take the baby diaper and glue it on top of the adult diaper. And if you're dealing with a cloth-backed baby diaper, you want to deal with a cloth-backed adult diaper. And the reason being is the tabs on the adult diaper are what you're going to use to secure it, and they have to be able to stick. And if you've got Velcro tabs on a Velcro adult diaper, then they will stick on the baby diaper. If you did a plastic adult diaper, it would have the sticky tapes. Well, not all of them. Now it's kind of a mix, but could have sticky tapes that wouldn't stick to the cloth front diaper, the baby diaper. But this one, it starts at the front where the padding, pretty much where the top of the diaper is, a little bit above on the inside, and then it runs down the length of the diaper, you can see, and up the back. But the thing is on the back, you've got a lot of space that has no print on it. And so it'll look like your diaper's fallen down a little bit because the baby diaper's the print, and it would only come up partial way. Back in the early days when people would take pictures of these on, you would really only see the front. They didn't turn around to see that shortage. But if you had a shirt, it would cover it up anyway, maybe. But, a typical Huggies size 6, which is what this diaper is on this one, it's just not long enough. So you'll really need to use two of them. So that's the general idea of what we're going to be doing in this DIY. All right, so there's three main things we need to make these, and there'll be some other accessories that we use along the way. But we do need baby diapers. And when we talk about baby diapers, as you'd see, these were made with a size 6. At the time, that was probably about the largest size you could get. Size 7s and 8s are newer. And so we've got some size 7s. These are Huggies Little Movers. And we'll look at how we work with these ones. We've also got some Pampers, if I can reach these, Pampers size 8, and they're the Pampers Swaddlers, and these are the size 8, so the biggest that you can really get in a traditional baby diaper. And so we've got those we'll be working with. Those have some cute little animal prints on them. And pull a couple of those out. And then I've got some of the Pampers. These were the original size 7 back when Pampers was printing the Sesame Street characters. And so this one has an ammo on it and they're random, but those are the Pampers size 7. So you can also make them with those. Okay, so we've got a couple of the Huggies and a couple of the Pampers. And if we look at these just side by side, this is the size 8. This is the size 7. Quite a bit of difference. I don't know if you stretch them out, you can see that the Pampers here is quite a bit bigger in that size 8. But we'll open them up and you can see what they look like. Now, when you make these, there's some different ways of doing it. You can either leave the baby diaper intact, which gives you a little bit more thickness because the padding stays in there. And that's typically what I like to do. Other ideas, and I don't know, maybe some of those you can buy online, they actually just take the surface of the diaper and they throw away the interior padding of the baby diaper, and they're just putting the exterior onto the adult diaper. That's also an option, but I just prefer the little bit thicker, the thickness you get by having both. And you'll see as we go through the process, we actually slit the adult diaper so that the wetness will absorb through the adult diaper into the baby diaper, and then it's utilizing that absorbency as well. So you kind of get, the stuffy type idea, how you might put a stuffer inside the diaper. This is putting the stuffer on the outside of the diaper. So it kind of works that way. All right, so not only do we need the baby diapers, but we need adult diapers to stick it to. And there's a lot of different options you can choose that you might have. There's a couple that I'm going to show you that I have used. And the first one is the North Shore, and this is the Air Supreme Brief. They come in a package of 15. And this is one of their that you can only get from North Shore, of course, because they're North Shore branded. And if we pull one of these out, we can see what that looks like, and it's got that cloth backing, what we want, and the Velcro tabs. So this is a size medium, and I typically wear size medium, and so that will work in that case. And then another option is a TENS, and a TENS doesn't get a lot of media time, I guess, so to speak, but these would work as well, and they're not going to be anywhere near as absorbent as the North Shore products, but they are an option. There is a discount store that I talk about sometimes on the channel that is here in Utah that does damaged goods, and they sell a lot of adult diapers there, amazingly enough. And so this particular pack was marked $5.99, and then they do a 50% off all of the time. Well, not all the time, but a majority of the time. And so this pack I would have gotten for just under $3. So you really can't go wrong from that perspective when you can get them that cheap. And if I open this one, these are a size medium as well. That's what these look like. So, a good option as well for the price. Super cheap, 14 of them for $3. So. All right, so we've got the TENS we'll be making it with. And we've got the North Shore that we'll be making it with. And then we've got the baby diapers. So those are the first two items you need, baby diapers and adult diapers. And then the next thing we need is glue. And let's see if I can reach these. All right, spray glue. So I've got 3 different brands here, and I'm sure there's more you can purchase. This first one is Elmer's Glue. They've been around for a while. Multi-purpose spray adhesive. This one says allows for repositioning, dries permanent, fast tack, dries clear, resists bleed through, and there you go. Has a wide nozzle. So this would work as the glue we're going to use. On the back, it just says it's used for photos, fabrics, paper, glass, etc., etc. So we're dealing with something that's kind of fabric-ish, paperish, and it works on those. So that is one of the glues we will use today. Put it right here. The next one is from a company called Loctite. Spray adhesive again, multi-purpose, repositional, dries permanent. So very similar to what we read on the Elmer's. And if we look here at the bottom, it says it does fabric, foil, wood, metal, and more. And so that will do well to create the adhesive we need. So that is an option. And then the last one I have here is by company 3M. And this is their general purpose 45. 3M makes a ton of different spray adhesives, and some are stronger than others. This one is just what they call their general purpose. And if we look on the back, I don't know if I can see right off if it says particularly what really doesn't call out specifically, but anyway, general purpose, and I've used this one before and it works really well as well. So those 3 different glue choices. They do all vary in price. 3M's a little more expensive typically. I think Elmer's is probably the least expensive. And so, as you're out there procuring the products that you need to do this project, just find probably the cheapest one. They're all going to work in some way or another. All right. So let's start by preparing the baby diapers because we can't put them on just as is. We need to get them so that they're flat so we can glue them on. And so that means getting rid of the elastic inside and really flatten them out. And Huggies, out of all diapers, has elastics going from every which direction. And so you'll see that they look so small now, but when we get rid of the elastic, they'll really flatten out and look quite a bit larger. So we don't need the elastic. So typically is what I do, no matter the baby diaper, is just come down here to the center and grab onto the leg guard and just pull it outwards. And it's going to start to rip out that elastic. You can see the elastic in here. So we're just trying to get that elastic all removed. And that did pretty well along the sides, that side. So there's a big difference now. You can see on the side it's removed from and the side we still need to remove it from. So again, you grab in the middle, the leg guard, and pull outward. And got to get those tabs off anyway. So sometimes those will pull off as well. See that elastic comes out now. Then it starts to just flatten out. Okay, so the front's done. All the elastic's removed. It's pretty flat. On the back, the same thing. There's a little bit still here on this corner. We just grab it. Sometimes we can get it to, and sometimes it rips off too. And that's okay, because you'll see how we'll cover it up. Or you can try again till you get get them. Now you'll need 2 of them that are of the same print, and it looks like my other print is not the same print, but we will try one more time so you can kind of see how that process works. And I'll just do it really quickly instead of talking through it all the way. So let's see if we can. Okay, so there's the front, pretty flattened out, and the back. I'm going to take this tab off. I'm going to use the tabs, and that same side's giving me a little bit of problem, but I'll have to work at that to pull that elastic out. So you'll want 2 that are identical, just like that, flattened out. Okay. All right. Let's try the same thing with the Pampers size 8s. And depending on the diaper, they can all behave a little bit differently. They're super cute. They've got some super cute prints on these. So we'll try the same thing again. We're going to pull the leg guard in the center outward. Okay, so that took the leg guard off. Now there's still this last elastic here on the edge. Pampers diapers are very much just a rectangle. And if I take where this tab attaches to the rectangular shape, we rip just inside of it right here, it should pull it all the way down so you get the plastic part off and it's gone from the diaper. So we'll try it again. Just find where that attaches and rip just inside of that. And it takes off the tab on the other end as well. Okay, that is it, flat. Very much a rectangle, as you can see. And then inside you've got the, that's the back, so that's the back elastic. Let me just pull that off. And the front's gone already, so. Okay, so we've got one of those ready. Let's do one more. Open it up. In the center, grab the leak guard, pull it outward. Okay. Pampers are easier to deal with. They just really work really well and it just flattens out. So now we have 2 of the same print. And if we compare these to the Huggies, not that one, this one. Let's see, width-wise. So this is a Huggies size 7, and the Pampers size 8 is on the front. And yeah, it's a little bit longer. So there's some length there between the 7 and the 8. Width-wise and coverage-wise, even though the 8 on the front is a little bit longer, it's not as wide. So you can see here behind, this is the Huggies, and it's a little bit wider, and it's got these tabs that flare out on the front and back, and so you'll see as we adhere this to the adult diaper that the coverage is going to be greater with the Huggies because the footprint is larger to begin with. And if we compare it to this Huggies, which had the Mickey Mouse on it, which was a size 6, so it's just a little bit bigger all the way around. Maybe not lengthwise, but so we'll see how those go on when we attach them to the adult diaper. Okay, I think that is it for the items you need. So the baby diapers, the adult diapers, we don't need to do anything with the adult diapers other than we're just going to flatten them out to glue those on. We are going to make a slit down the center. When I get them laid out, we'll show you how you cut that, and then we'll show you how you glue the baby diapers on. There is a board that I created. This is just made from a piece of wafer board or particle board or OBS or whatever you want to call it. And I've wrapped it in a plastic that's sticky on one side, so it's like a really big sticker. And I wrapped that around to keep the slivers and stuff from getting into the diaper. And then I attached these clips on the side that allow me to take the adult diaper and stretch it out so that it's nice and flat. And it's going to stretch just the front of it and or the back. So let's say this is the front. It's the front. And so you clip these clips on here. Like so. I need to fold this over. And you can really start to stretch it tight if you get it on there right. And it kind of just holds it. And then you can stretch out the rest of the diaper onto a tabletop or a countertop in the kitchen to get that nice and flat. Because that's what we're going to do is we're going to apply the glue to the back of the baby diaper in a box outside because that glue is nasty. It'll get all over everything. And then bring the diaper in and apply it and it will stick. So those are a couple of things. So the next step we'll take is we'll go ahead and get this all set up. We'll show you the cardboard box that I spray the glue on. We'll do a couple of these and you can see what they look like. After that, I'll try one on and that'll finish up this video. So hang tight and we'll head right over now and put one together. All right, so here we are on a flat surface, and we're going to go ahead and make a couple of these. So as we talked about earlier, you need the adult diaper to begin with. This is the North Shore one we looked at earlier. And so we're going to open it up, and we're going to lay it out so that the exterior is facing up. And then we're going to get a hand to clip this to the edge of the counter. And that will help us stretch it out. So we've got these clips that we're going to use. And so we'll put one here on this end. And then just one on the opposite end, stretching it tight. Okay, and so you can see that's nice and tight. And then the stretching board we'll use here because the diaper doesn't make it clear to the end of the flat surface. And so we'll just take and we'll bend these or fold these under, and then we'll clip one here and the other one there. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now it's stretched out tight here and stretched out tight here. and then we can kind of pull that board, and it really flattens out the diaper. So now we've got the surface to put it on. So then we'll take our baby diapers that we've prepared and remove the leg guards and all the elastic. And typically you would want to have two that are similar or two of the same. And we're going to kind of lay it out to see what it looks like, because we don't want to get glue on the back and then be here trying to position it and get it all over the place. So we'll take the front of the baby diaper, which is this, and the front of the adult diaper, which is here, and we're going to match those up. So just line it up along the top and pull that down, flat that out, make sure it's centered, and then we'll take the back of the second one and we'll put it on the back of the diaper and lay it out like that. Now, there's a decision to be made, and that is depending on what size baby diapers you're using, an adult diaper, if it's a large, extra large, a medium, you might have some overlap. And that's okay, but you want to decide what you want on top and if you want to trim something off. So we don't want to cut through the padding, because if we do, it's going to cause that stuff to get everywhere, the sap material. So typically I will lay the front one down like that, and then we will trim the back one off to match. So we'll grab some scissors, and I want to cut off this stripe here. And then because we're here in this area, we don't need this extra tab section. So we'll cut that off of both sides. And then we need to do the same thing with the underside one. I don't need these tabs. We can actually cut over a little bit to get rid of that hard Velcro-ish area. Okay. All right, so now we'll lay it back down again. Kind of line those up over top of each other, and so you can see it looks a little more continuous. The seam will end up kind of on the bum area, and so it won't be noticed. I'm going to trim off just a little more here, so if it is noticed, you will not notice it as bad. All right, I'm going to grab a marker, and the reason I want to mark it in advance is because once you get the glue on the back, you have to work pretty quickly, and it's not forgiving. And so when you bring the diaper back up here with the glue on it, I like to just have some little marks where these corners go, and I'll just do it a little bit under so you won't see them when it's glued on, but it'll kind of help us with placement. And then we would just center this here in this section. And then the same thing on the back. Okay. All right, so we've got that prepped, and we'll be able to tell which is the front one we're going to keep. This is the front because it's got the little Velcros on it. Now, when this is adhered on, we're going to let the diaper leak through and utilize this absorbent material on the baby diapers. We might as well. It gives us a little bit more bulk, and it makes the diaper last longer. And in order to do that, we want to perforate the plastic so that that can come through. And we can just fold it back and we can see where the padding starts here, and it really is kind of just at the edges of the adult diaper. So we can take a razor blade.
Not for babies.
Not for babies. And it will slice. So we'll slice it down. There's a wetness indicator. So we'll really just kind of follow that wetness indicator, and we're going to go through the first layer just to the padding. So I'll hold it tight. Okay. So we can see that slit now all the way along there, and that wetness can come through. There's also another tool that we can use, and I'll show you this one. This one can be run along the diaper, pressed hard, and it will punch holes in it with the little perforations in that tool. We'll talk more about this tool with diaper stuffers in a future video. All right, time to get glue on the diapers and adhere them on. And we looked at these glues already, but this is the one we're going to use right now. Okay, so we have the tote, and you can use a cardboard box if you don't have a tote. We have lined the tote with some paper towels because the glue does get everywhere, and I recommend you do this outside or actually in the garage. So what we'll do is we'll take and place the first diaper, and we're going to place it just like this so that we can spray it. And we're just going to spray the edges because we want to leave that center area with the ability to absorb through the diaper. Okay, here we go. And it is coming out. You can't see it, but it is coming out. And we'll just do it just like that. And take and set this aside, and we'll do the other one really quickly. Okay, that's all you have to do. Put the back down first. We do want to move pretty quickly, so we're just lining up our lines and get that down before the glue starts to dry. Press that out. And we did want to put the back piece down first because the front one is going to overlay it. Okay, it's nice and glued. Now let's grab the other one. All right, and then the front one. Get that lined up and press that down again before the glue dries. Pressing it down along the edges, making sure it's got a good connection. All right, so that is it for the gluing portion. So we'll give that about 10-15 minutes to dry, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we've given this some time to dry. After it's completely dried, then you can go ahead and remove the clamps. And you have a completed diaper. And it's really thick now. It's double the thickness, right, of what it was. You've got a baby diaper on the outside and the adult diaper on the inside. So you can fold these in so you can store them until you use the diaper. And the back folds up inside first, and the front just like that. And there we go. A completed baby diaper, adult sized. And that's what that looks like. All wrapped up and ready to go. So, all right. We will go ahead and try this on, and you can see what the completed item looks like. And then we'll be right back. So now let's try it with the tins this time, and we're going to use the Pampers. There's no particular order. We could have used the Pampers on the North Shore and vice versa, but this is kind of how it ended up. So we'll see how these Pampers go on to the tins. We'll unfold this and get this facing up, and we're going to clamp this to the edge and clamp that to the edge, and then we'll bring in this board and clamp it on here and here and here and here. Okay, this one has a little more elastic, so we're going to have a helping hand here stretch up for us. Now let's see what these look like. I'll lay them out again before we glue them, and both of these are similar matching ones. And we want the front. This one looks like it came out a little bit better, so this is going to be at the front of the diaper. And then we'll use the back on the back. And we always do the back first, and we'll let the other one lay on top. These ones we don't have to trim anything off of the edge, because when we prepared the diapers, they just come out rectangular, and so there's not a lot to do. I do want to trim a little bit here, take off this back wording. I want to keep the little baby elephant. And that'll transition fairly well. We'll go ahead and make a mark on the center so we get them centered up. And here in the middle as well. And on the front. Okay. All right, we're ready for the glue. And this time we're going to use this one. It's the 3M. And it doesn't have a mixer ball in there, so we'll just give it a shake. And we'll go ahead and glue this one, and I'll be right back. It is a little bit sticky. Get it on your hands, but it'll wash off. Okay, press that down. Nice thing about this Pampers, as I'm seeing, is the transition line along the edge where it transitions from the baby diaper to the adult diaper is not really noticeable. So that is pretty cool. Okay. All right, and then we'll do this last one here. All right, and then this is the final piece. Get this glued on here. Stretch that out, line that up. And when you're applying the glue in the box or the tote or whatever you use, make sure that when you're squirting it, you get it along the very edge. Here, I'll grab one of these. When you're applying it, make sure you're getting it on the very edge, like a pretty good band of it, because if you don't, it could start to peel up, and so you want that edge to be pretty tight, and so this one worked out really well. It's nice and stuck down. Okay, we'll give that about 10 minutes to dry, and then we'll be back. All right, welcome back. So this has had time to dry, and it's ready to be unclipped from the board. So let's go ahead and do that, and you can see what this looks like. These Attend diapers are very thick by nature, just the way they're made alone. And so adding the baby diaper on there is going to make them even thicker. So they're nice and thick. And now we have a Pampers. Can fold them back up nice, but kind of gives you an idea of what that looks like. So there is the Pampers version of the Attends. Thanks for joining the video today, and make sure you give us a thumbs up to like the video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, I am over on Just for Fans, so check us out there. We have a lot of free content as well as content for subscribers only, but do come over and take a look. There's content that's not here on YouTube that is over there on Just for Fans. As always, have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.